Jeff and Susan here with Live, Love, Leave a Legacy.
Hey everybody. Before Jeff and I got married 3.5 years ago, my idea of vacation was going to the beach. I just love the beach. I could spend all of my time hanging out at the beach. And Jeff likes the beach too, but he also likes road trips.
Yeah, and I've not changed Susan's preferences for the beach, but she's come to enjoy our road trips also. Now, I've shared my love for road trips with Susan by driving to Yosemite, California beaches, as well as the northern Arizona portion of the state.
Yes, and this past summer we flew to San Francisco and rented a car, and then we headed to Crescent City, California, which is Northern California, to visit with my mom. And I haven't seen her since she had moved there. And while we were there, my mom chauffeured us around through the giant redwoods, which has been on my bucket list forever.
Yeah, and after a great visit with Susan's mother, we drove north 2 hours to one of my favorite beaches in Oregon. Bandon Beach is a very picturesque beach with countless sea stacks jetting out of the water. And these amazing rock structures help accentuate the already unbelievable sunsets we see every time we go there.
Yeah, it is amazing, the rock structures, and Jeff likes it so much. He had a picture taken with him and his son years and years ago and had that blown up to this huge picture that sits in our dining area.
As a keepsake, yeah.
Yep. Next, we traveled inland and took a planned hike at beautiful Silver Falls. I think I would now call this my favorite all-time hikes. They had 10 different waterfalls there, and it was just gorgeous to see.
And fantastic weather.
Yeah, and after the hike, we took an incredible scenic drive through the lush Christmas tree country. Oh my gosh, it was just so beautiful. Coming from Arizona, which is, kind of brown, it was just gorgeous to see all the greenery. And then to cap off our wonderful day, we arrived at my longtime best friend from high school's home in Madras, Oregon, just in time for supper. And we sat by the fire pit and just really enjoyed the evening. And it doesn't get dark there until 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, thanks Steve and Gina for a wonderful visit and a great meal.
Yeah. The thing that I like about Madras, or that we both like about Madras, is that it is surrounded by snow-capped mountains. And when I'm at Gina's home, I just love to sit at her dining room table with her, drinking a cup of coffee, looking out her window and seeing Mount Jefferson, which is snow-capped all year round.
Yeah, and after leaving Madras, believe it or not, we traveled another 3 hours to Mount Hood and took another beautiful hike before heading up to see my son in Seattle.
Mount Hood is another one of my favorites. So I guess that means another road trip back.
Yep, I guess so. And our time in Seattle also, believe it or not, was another one of Susan's bucket list items.
Yes, I am so blessed that I was able to get in 2 bucket list items on this trip. We took a 12-hour whale watching excursion while we were there, and we must have seen 10 to 15 orca whales. These weren't the humpback whales, these were the orca whales, and they were magnificent and just awesome.
Okay, we want to share with you 7 reasons you'll love taking road trips also.
First of all, with any vacation, we love road trips because it's just a great way to break away from the daily routines, whether you're doing a long vacation or even a weekend jaunt. It just allows you time to slow down, relax, and clear your minds. And when we go on vacation, Jeff frequently finds new and fresh ideas popping into his head that he uses for his business that just kind of refreshes him, gives him a new perspective. For me, because my job is so stressful, I just try to clear my mind. Clear my mind and enjoy and not think about anything. Although when we took our Oregon trip, that's where the idea of our blog kind of came to fruition. So clearing your mind and thinking about your dreams is a good thing.
Yeah, another reason I like road trips is that it allows us to stretch our vacation budget further than if we paid for plane fares and cruises. Even if we are taking a weekend trip, we will fill an ice chest with finger foods and lunch goodies and drinks, so we don't have to pay for 3 meals a day and snacks every single day. And oh, by the way, taking our own food also allows us to eat much healthier, which is a great way to avoid putting on those extra pounds.
I like that part.
put on the extra pounds?
No. I like the eating healthy part.
We like eating too.
Yeah, we do. um, the next thing we like about road trips is it allows us to stop along the way onto whatever our final destination might be. From my point of view, vacation is a time to relax and rejuvenate, and I don't necessarily find driving relaxing. That's why I haven't really liked road trips in the past. And I was really happy that Jeff already had cultivated a practice of only driving 3 or 4 hours at a time. Very seldom do we drive more than 5 hours in a trip, and that really works a lot better for me. So while we do strategically plan our trip and plan our route so we know where we're going and how long it's going to take, it still gives us the freedom to stop whenever we want if we see something that grabs our interest, and it doesn't wreak havoc on our schedule.
Now, many years ago, our church invited a photographer from Australia to share his pictures and experiences with us. He had toured North America taking beautiful pictures of every conceivable sight you could imagine. And he told us that we in North America are so blessed because nowhere else in the world can we find such beauty and variety in our landscapes. And I agree with the photographer. And I've discovered for myself that North America has so much to see and offer. And I've actually been very happy spending my vacations in North America and exploring its natural beauty.
Yeah, you've told me all about all the national parks you've visited, and I'm really excited for you to take me to see them because I've not been to any of the national parks in North America, like Yellowstone, the Tetons, and Zion's National Park. But I'm also glad that there's some places you haven't been in North America so that we can spend time exploring them together. And that, like Banff, Canada.
And Alaska.
Those are on our bucket list.
Yeah, and you know, if we would have flown from Phoenix to Seattle to see my son, we would have missed all those sights and experiences along the way.
Yeah, I have to tell you that I wouldn't have been able to see the beautiful Oregon coast, all those sea lions on the beach, and the lighthouse if we had been up in an airplane. So it was really neat when we stopped to take pictures of the lighthouse. We could hear the sea lions, and then we finally saw them below on the beach basking in the sun, and I was able to grab my camera, zoom lens, and get a picture of them.
And then above there was a bald eagle soaring above her also.
Yep, and I got a picture of that too. But when we're talking about experiences, being able to spend more time with friends and family who are spread out was definitely a benefit of our coastal road trip.
Yes, and these are all reasons I've been very content to take road trips in the United States rather than cruises or travel to other countries.
Yes, and we always enjoy our time in nature, whether we're stargazing, taking a hike, or basking in the beauty of a sunset. Vacations can be great education, not only for us, but also for our kids.
Yeah, that's true.
They create wonder and appreciation for the great outdoors.
Yeah, and while my son was growing up, we only visited a few amusement parks. We preferred the spiritual renewal from experiencing nature and the awe-inspiring handiwork of our Creator. And I believe experiencing the wonders of our world helps form our children's appreciation for nature as well as respect for others. And one day we were actually stopped at a large restaurant in Yellowstone when my son was about 12 years old. And as I looked around, I saw a number of families eating together. I said to my family, look how well behaved all those kids are. And it seems that kids who have more exposure to nature instead of constant stimulation in their lives are more likely to be happier and well adjusted.
You know, the final thing that we want to talk about is bonding memories. Great memories can be made during a road trip. We like to use our drive time for family discussions. We also like to ask questions to get to know each other at a deeper level. And we listen to self-improvement or marriage audios because we really like to focus on our marriage. And while that may sound boring, it's really fun. And I do throw in an occasional fictional book. But also when you're traveling with kids, there are lots of different driving games that you can play just to enhance that time and use that time.
Well, believe it or not, when my son was younger, we actually occasionally would use our travel time to quiz him and challenge him intellectually.
I've come to realize that our most cherished memories are not the exotic places that we visit, but simply the experiences of spending time with the people that we love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I really follow Tony Robbins a lot, and he says that our experiences are heightened when we share them with others. And I found that doing something out of the ordinary can leave a lasting impression. However, as Tony says, what really makes these truly unforgettable is who we share these experiences with.
Yeah. And we'd love to know what some of your favorite road trips are and why. So share those in the comments below, because we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, and thank you so much for watching our video. Please check out our website for more inspiration and simple ideas for practical living. And remember, we want to inspire you to make the rest of your life the best of your life.
Yes, until next time.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.